Hey VC, Ronnie here. Alright, so I'm going to try to get through this next chunk, doing another vinyl update here. I'm doing chunks of about 20 albums, trying to catch up with the albums I haven't shown off in the last year. Something like that, yeah. So, with that, first thing I want to say is, if you haven't already, go to Wolfie's channel. So my son, Wolfie, who joins me in a lot of videos for the last 2 years or so, he's got his own channel now. He's already done 2 videos, Elvis part 1 and 2. So I got him a big box of Elvis records for Christmas, and he finally got a chance to do a video. We broke it up into 2 sections, so there's the first 2 videos on there, and so it's his opportunity to take and do videos by himself and learn himself and not have to piggyback off his old man, right? So, good kid. I got the link below. Go follow him, please. Watch his videos, comment, give him some likes. You know, if you like what you see, tell others about it. He's a great kid, and lots of people have been hounding us to do a channel for him. So, there it is. There's this channel. So, alright, we'll get going. I'm already a minute and a half. So, my goal is to try to do 20 albums in under 20 minutes. Is it possible? We'll find out. Not that I like to talk. Alright. So, a lot of these don't really have a specific order. I just, I have like 3 cubbies that I've been sticking albums that I want to show off from the last year or so away till I got a chance to do it. So first one is, I already have, let's see, this direction I want to do. There we go, that works. So I already have, it's not focusing very well, is it? You know what's not focusing? My eyeballs. Oh, that's fine. I'm getting old, right? So, I don't have this set up very good, do I? Alright, so, the Master Musician, I already have 2 or 3 copies of it. This is another really, really clean copy. I can't pass these by. Phil Keaggy, one of my favorite. So, HSAC, HSAS, sorry, couldn't look at it and read it at the same time. So, great guys, Shown, Sammy Hagar, he's just great album. I finally pulled the trigger and got a really nice copy of it. I've been seeing it a lot of places. So, 12-inch of Cinderella, Night Songs, I believe, or is it Shake Me? Yep, Shake Me. And I believe it's Shake Me on both sides. I don't remember now. So I gotta pull it out and find out. Yep, same song both sides. Beautiful, beautiful. I don't know if it had ever really been played, so it's one of the radio station copies with the same thing on both sides. So sometimes you'll find these and one side's been played to death and one side's good, or both sides have been played to death, or what have you. But I really dig these Polygram record covers, 12-inch ones. They say 12-inch on them. There, and got the hole. Pretty cool. All right, 3 down. All right, so this is a band from the late 80s, early 90s, late 80s, mid to late 80s. I don't remember exact years, but Banshee. This was put out by No Life to Metal, Scott Waters label, and this is their latest album from a couple years ago, I believe. 2018 they put this album out, but I think this actually came out in 15, 16, I don't remember. And maybe it could be earlier than that, I don't remember. But I've gotten to know one of the guys that had a lot to do with this band, Dean Kinney. and spent quite a bit of time on the phone with him recently, and getting to know him and becoming friends with him. And in fact, I just got off the phone about an hour and a half with him tonight. So, but great band. This is just a power metal. Is that what you call this? I think so. But really cool. If you guys have a chance, pick it up. It's a great album. I believe these are still available on No Life to Metal. So let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the next 5 albums, I bought these at FYE. They were going out of business in our town, and I want to say they're 70% off, something like that. I think for these 5 albums, I paid $35 altogether. $30 to $35. So, Book of Souls, Zakk Wylde. The Book of Souls 2. I had no idea what to expect from this. See, this was $35 by itself originally. So 70% off of these were. But I was expecting some just heavy rockin', Zach Sabbath kind of stuff. But this is actually really acoustic driven and a lot more mellow than I thought. Pretty good album. It's a gatefold, so I gotta take it out, right? Show it off without killing myself. So it's got pretty nice little artwork here. It's got skulls and everything on it. Now you can see it really well. So, alright. And we'll put that back in later. Next one is Saxon. These are, I should have taken all these out before, shouldn't I have? So, Saxon, Thunderbolt. So I believe this is their latest one, 2017, yeah. So for Record Store Day, they had the 7-inch single box set of songs from this album. I had it, picked it up, I was carrying it around the record shop, and I put it back. Because for the $40, I didn't think it was worth it for me, so I let somebody else have it. So, alright. So the next one, I gotta pull this one out too. Should have just pulled all these out. So, Steve Perry. The artwork on this is just gorgeous. See, can I get this in the shot? Man, I'm so out of practice I can't do this anymore. There we go. And then it continues on to the back. Really gorgeous artwork. Really cool. So, traces, Steve Perry traces. Yeah, pretty, is very Steve Perry. Yep, very Steve Perry. So, I've only heard it once, so I can't really give a review of it. I don't really know much about it. So, Cheap Trick Monster. I woke up with a monster. So, I think this is their latest one too. No, 94. I never even knew about this one, but okay. I'm totally wrong about it. No, because the latest, I have their latest one. What are you talking about? So, I didn't even know about this Cheap Trick one, 94. So, just must have missed it. It's in that weird time, music time, right? So I picked this up too. So this was the 5th album. So all 5 of these albums I got brand new for like 35 bucks, 30, 32, 35, I don't know. But So this is an alright album. Didn't blow my socks off or anything, but it's pretty cool. I guess he's got a couple other ones. Volume 2, huh? There's another volume of this, so I'll have to look it up. I don't know really much about Nikki Sixx's band, so sorry. Now the next album, this is an old stock that I bought from I don't remember who, but I didn't own this record. I have the tape and I have the CD of it, but actually the tape I have is a duplicated tape, so it's not even the real factory tape. So Barren Cross, Atomic Arena, just, this has, every song on this just is killer song. I remember Killers of the Unborn. It's another, a lot of bands had anti-abortion songs, and that was Barren Cross's. So love these guys very much. Alright, so Sweet Lynch, I love George Sweet and George Sweet. Did I really say that? George Lynch and Michael Sweet. I love their 2 albums that they have together. Just a lot of fun, good music, good vocals. They play off each other well. Great music. Alright, look at that, I'm over halfway done. Alright, so the next 2 albums I got probably a year or so ago. It's probably been about a year now. But I have a flea market in Port Orchard, which is just south of here. I guess you just saw what it is. So, Live After Death, they had this sitting there, and I was like, really? Yep. So as you can tell, it's the is this the, yeah, so the R, so it's a record store, not a record store copy, a record club copy. So, but I don't care. So unfortunately it has a scratch and a little bit of a skip on Rime of the Ancient Mariner. So one real quiet passage on the whole album, really, it has a scratch. So it starts out ding 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 ding. So for a little while, but that's really the only song that's messed up. But it was a fairly noisy copy, so I just had, my local record shop has a new record cleaner, and I'm totally spacing on what kind of record cleaner it is. Ultrasonic, and it's called the Kermis, and it's pretty cool. It's got a spot for 2 12s, a 10, and a 7. You can do all those at the same time. So it's got a timer on it, a heater. So I'm kind of interested in it. The thing's like $850, so I really have to pull the trigger on that. My VPI, I love it. If you watch the videos from the Kermis guy, you know, they talk about old vacuum cleaners suck all this debris back on. I don't know how much I really fall for that. But at the same time, at that flea market, they also had this Iron Maiden, made in Japan, which I have on tape, recorded tape, but I never had the original, so now I have the original, and I'm very excited about having the original. This one here is just in pristine, perfect condition, so I had no problem. I actually paid a little less than the price tags that are on there, if you saw what they were, but I felt like I got a pretty good deal. Alright, so soundtracks. I like soundtracks, especially 80s type soundtracks. So Vision Quest, there's some really great songs on here. Journey, Don Henley, John Wayne, Dio, Hungry for Heaven. So sometimes some of these songs, the only way to get them is buying a soundtrack. So there we go. Vision Quest. Alright, so the next album is from a band back east, from around where Scott Waters lives, I believe, right? Massachusetts or New Jersey or something. I don't remember. I know you've talked about these guys a lot, but so this is a signed copy of their latest album, When Two Worlds Collide. So I had an opportunity to buy this and I pulled the trigger on it. And great music. Mass is just a great metal band. I love them a lot. So, but there we go, Mass. Alright, so the next 4 albums are kind of related to each other. So, Hotter Than Hell, as you can see, these are the reissue. The next 2 are reissues. So, it's hard to find a decent copy of this, and I think I paid about 11 or 12 bucks a piece for these, when maybe 13-ish. So I have these on Camel. If you've ever used Amazon, I use a site called Camel, and I just copy the link into their bar. You just open a little account with them, and then they watch the prices of stuff. When the price drops below where you put it in at, you trigger it at, they'll send you an email and tell you that it's down there. So Love Gun, I got the same thing. This one has the gun in it and everything. It's the reissue. Just, they sound great. So can't beat it for the price. You definitely cannot buy an original one for that. So last year, Ace put out Spaceman. So pre-ordered this. I don't remember if this is a colored. This is the silver vinyl. So silver, space, cool. Yeah, actually there's quite a few different colors of this, I believe. Different ones in Europe, and so this really has an old school feel. This is, I think, probably about his best solo type album, since it is very reminiscent of his solo album, right? Just putting Freely's Common aside, that's a different band to me, but this is more like his original Kiss solo album. And then from that, I got a 12-inch single of Bronx Boy, Chaz Bronx Boy, Reckless remix, White Room, which is a great song, and then Cold Gin with Mike McCready on it. So just killer. I believe this is actually, yeah, it's a black and white marble, and it's number 95. I don't know if that really means anything. I know they made a couple thousand of them or something, but it's kind of a cool looking. A little different. I don't know if I have any like this, so. But all right, one more album, and look at that. I bet I can maybe make it under 20 minutes. So my last album, Dream Theater, Dramatic Turn of Events. So killer album. Love this album. Too much reflection, I know. So it's Dream Theater. Enough said, right? So my goal is to keep these videos under 20 minutes, and I did that this time. So hey, I appreciate you guys watching, and come back. I'll have another video in a couple days probably. And by the way, go get Wolfie's page, like his stuff. Alright, man, see you guys later, and God bless.